And a good morning to you. I'm Jeff Slakey. Got a great guest in studio here today to talk about West Mason Fire. What that is, you may be asking yourself. Well, that's what we're learning about. Matthew Welander here with me now. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Thanks for coming on the air, talking with us. This is a merge between Mason County Fire District 9 and Mason County Fire District 16. So give me some more of the details on how this came about and the reasons why you guys decided to merge.
Go all the way back to the federal government and nationwide, and there's a push to merge the smaller districts into one big one. It's, you know, the fire services and economy is scale.
Yeah.
Bigger you are, the more you can do. In this county, we had, at the time, 13 fire chiefs. Most of those being, you know, a single paid person or just stipend person in that position, and then underneath them all volunteers. If you have the ability to merge, to grossly simplify it, all of the districts, you have one fire chief,
Yep.
and now you have 12 other firefighters that can do building inspections, maintain fire engines, make sure fire hydrants work, train volunteers, keep everybody's stuff going. So right now you've got a whole bunch of administration going on in the county,
Yeah.
with not many firefighters underneath them.
Okay.
With the merger and creating West Mason Fire, we've allowed both budgets to come together. So we have a reserve program where we've got nearly 24/7 coverage on our ambulance. We're able to transport patients now, get a return on some of the tax dollars that go into that. We're able to fight fire more efficiently. You know, we're able to help more districts around us and require less from other people.
Wow.
So it's far more efficient and a far better use of the money at this point.
Fire District 9 and Fire District 16 are unique in the aspects, I would say, that you deal with a lot of different types of area, from flooding in the Skoke Valley
Sure.
to wildfires up in the hills.
Yeah.
Tell us about how all that is going to be a benefit with this merge for response times and the people in the districts.
One of the things that has happened, take the floods, for example, you know, you've got the evacuation route, and Fire District 16 has had an agreement for a few years to cover and come in through the back of the evacuation route and get anything in the far end. We have the ability to be a little quicker there.
Okay.
We have the ability to throw more people at areas like the Steel Bridge, which is technically the Forest Service and the Sheriff's Office, but we do provide first response for fire, medical emergencies, and like that. Having the budget available to put on those reserve spots make it so we've got an ambulance staffed and ready to go that can transition into a fire engine, a brush engine, a water tender, whatever somebody needs, and they're at the station 24/7. With the two departments being separate, you don't have that.
Yeah.
Because you have that money that was going into the reserve program is now solely admin. You know, that it's all commission paid, chief paid,
Sure,
secretary,
sure.
things like that. So we're able to dump that money straight onto staffing, and it's working out great.
Seems like, as you mentioned, the push is on across the nation to consolidate a lot of these, and we've seen North Mason Regional Fire come out of this, Central Mason Fire and EMS, now West Mason Fire. Is that kind of, and speak to this if you can, or not, that's great, the end game to maybe get this at least to a 4 district in the county, perhaps, or is there still work to maybe one day way down the road, one major?
If you look at England, this could be a 1 district, you know, a 1 department county pretty easily. If you look at Texas, or not Texas, but city in New York, you know, everybody's got their individual boroughs, but it's one big district. You know, this county geographically and in terms of topography, you could do this 3 very easily, west, central, and north. You know, 2 would be great, but you're starting to look at having to manage
There's a
big
lot of
area.
travel time between the north and south parts of the county.
Yeah,
east and west,
for a fire chief or an inspector to have to drive to Tahuya from Hoodsport.
Yeah.
I mean, you can spit there, but you can't drive there.
You can't drive there.
So, you know, like I said, the geography makes it a little bit different. But yeah, it's certainly doable, and my vision would definitely be one district down the road.
Something like that. What now is the area for West Mason Fire, from what geographic landmark to the other geographic landmark that people are going to be familiar with?
From just south of Potlatch State Park all the way down to basically the Quaquallum overpass on 101. With, there's a couple little breaks in there, and then head out west to just shy of Lake Newatzel, and then in towards the city. We covered the 1700 block of railroad.
Wow.
So it's 94 square miles and a population of about 5 grand when you figure in the prison. So
will this impact any of the tax base for the voters in the districts, the 2 districts, to kind of come in line, or are they both similar?
So the way the law works is the merging district. So Fire District 9 merged into 16, which then became West Mason. Their taxes will come up in 2020 to the original District 16 tax rate, which this year is $1.30. So next year it will come up to whatever District 16's tax rates are based on the 1% cap and like that. And so as long as we keep seeing economic growth and expansion in the county, the amount we collect in taxes per 1,000 goes down every year.
Okay.
Until we do something like a lid lift. But yes, in 2020, District 9, the old District 9, will come up to the District 16 tax rate. The District 16 tax rate will be unaffected.
Okay.
So those people's taxes aren't going anywhere.
You can find out more based off of both of these former fire districts on their individual websites. Or work is in the works for a centralized West Mason Fire landing page of information, and we'll make sure we get that information to folks out there when it is available. Matt Welander, Fire Chief now for West Mason Fire. It's been a pretty good merge, everybody. I mean, you guys work so closely together regardless. It's going great. I mean, obviously the devil's in the details, and there's always stuff that you didn't think about. But it really is going smooth, and I think everybody's already seeing an increase in improved services. So I couldn't be happier. Very nice, very nice. Well, nice to meet you, Matt. Have a happy holidays, and we'll be in touch and get more information from you into next year.